The war had brought chaos to the galaxy. Cities burned, armies clashed, and everywhere, fear spread through the stars. But on this day, something even more dangerous than war was about to be revealed. The plaza was crowded. Senators, soldiers, and civilians watched as Jedi surrounded a single prisoner, Darth Maul. His red eyes burned with quiet rage, but there was something else there too. Purpose. Beside the Jedi stood Anakin Skywalker, watching carefully. Maul had been captured after a brutal battle, and everyone expected silence or threats. Instead, Maul laughed. Not the laugh of a defeated warrior, the laugh of someone who knew a secret. "Fools," Maul said, his voice cutting through the crowd. The Jedi tightened their grip on him. "Speak carefully," one of them warned. But Maul only looked at Anakin. Directly at him. "You fight a war you do not understand," Maul said slowly. "A war designed from the beginning." Murmurs spread through the plaza. Anakin frowned. "What are you talking about?" Maul stepped forward as far as his restraints allowed. "The Clone Wars," he said. "The Republic, the Separatists, all of it, controlled." Gasps rippled through the crowd. The Jedi tried to silence him, but Maul raised his voice. "The Sith rule you already." People froze. Even the Jedi hesitated. Maul's eyes locked onto Anakin again. "You serve the man who created this war," he said. Anakin's expression hardened. "Who?" he demanded. Maul smiled slowly. "The one you trust most." A long pause fell over the plaza. Then Maul spoke the words that shattered the moment. "Chancellor Palpatine is the Sith Lord." The crowd erupted into panic. Jedi ignited their lightsabers. Senators shouted in outrage. But Anakin did not move. He simply stood there, staring at Maul. Because for the first time, a terrible doubt had begun to grow. The plaza fell into chaos. Voices rose in anger. Senators argued. Citizens shouted in disbelief. But at the center of it all, one man stood completely still. Anakin Skywalker. Maul's words echoed in his mind like a warning that refused to fade. Chancellor Palpatine is the Sith Lord. It sounded impossible. The Jedi quickly tried to restore control. "Silence him," one Jedi ordered. Two Jedi stepped forward and forced Maul to his knees. But even then, the former Sith apprentice smiled. "You can restrain me," Maul said calmly. "But you cannot restrain the truth." The crowd murmured again. Several senators began demanding answers. "Those accusations are treason. This is separatist propaganda." But Maul did not look at them. He looked only at Anakin. "You know I speak the truth," Maul said. Anakin's jaw tightened. "You're lying," he replied. But his voice lacked certainty. Maul tilted his head. "Am I?" He leaned forward slightly. "Who placed the clone army into the Republic's hands?" No one answered. "Who gained more power with every battle of this war?" The crowd began to fall quiet. Maul's voice grew darker. "Who has guided you personally, Skywalker?" Anakin felt the weight of every memory. Long conversations, private advice, quiet promises of power and understanding. All of it connected to one man, Palpatine. The Jedi Council members present exchanged uneasy looks. Even they could not ignore the possibility. "Take him away," one Jedi ordered quickly. Clone troopers moved forward and dragged Maul from the plaza. But as he was pulled away, Maul called out one final time. "Ask yourselves why the Sith have remained hidden for so long." His voice echoed through the plaza. "Because the Sith already rule the Republic." Silence followed. Anakin stared at the ground, his thoughts racing. If Maul was lying, the truth would expose him soon. But if he was not, then the entire galaxy was already in danger. The news traveled faster than any fleet. Within hours, recordings of Darth Maul's accusation flooded the holonet. Citizens across the galaxy watched the same shocking moment again and again. The words echoed everywhere. Chancellor Palpatine is the Sith Lord. Across the worlds of the Galactic Republic, panic began to spread. Some people dismissed it as madness. Others were not so sure. In the Senate, arguments erupted immediately. Senators shouted across the chamber, accusing each other of spreading lies or hiding the truth. "This is an attack on the Republic. It must be investigated." The debate grew louder by the minute. At the Jedi Temple, the mood was no better. Inside the council chamber, senior Jedi gathered in tense silence. The accusation could not simply be ignored. The war had already pushed the Republic to its limits. Now, doubt threatened to break it apart. "We must remain calm," said Yoda quietly. But calm was becoming difficult. "The Sith have hidden themselves for years," said Mace Windu. "If Maul speaks truth, we may already be too late." The room fell silent again. Meanwhile, in a quiet corridor of the temple, Anakin Skywalker stood alone. The words still haunted him. Palpatine had always supported him, guided him, trusted him when the Jedi Council had not. The idea that the Chancellor could secretly be a Sith felt impossible. And yet, Maul's questions refused to disappear. Who gained the most power from the war? Who had always been close to Anakin? The thoughts twisted in his mind. Far away, inside his office, Palpatine calmly watched the chaos unfold on the holonet. The galaxy was beginning to ask questions. Questions that were never supposed to be asked. Slowly, the Chancellor's expression darkened. Because if the Jedi truly started looking for the truth, then the war he had spent years creating might begin to unravel. Night had fallen over Coruscant. The lights of the city stretched endlessly beneath the Jedi Temple, glowing like a sea of stars. But inside the temple, peace was nowhere to be found. In a quiet hallway, Anakin Skywalker walked slowly, his thoughts heavy. The events of the day refused to leave his mind. Maul's voice echoed again. "The one you trust most." Anakin clenched his hands. It made no sense. The idea that Palpatine could be a Sith felt impossible. The Chancellor had always supported the Republic, always supported Anakin. But doubt had already taken root. And doubt was dangerous. Inside the council chamber, the Jedi continued their tense discussion. "We must investigate," said Mace Windu firmly. "But act with care," Yoda replied. "Powerful in the dark side, the enemy may be." The problem was clear. If the accusation was false, the Jedi would damage the Republic by questioning its leader. But if it was true, then the Sith had already taken control. Anakin stood outside the chamber doors, listening quietly. For years, he had trusted the Jedi Order. Yet they had often doubted him, restricted him, watched him. Palpatine had done the opposite. The Chancellor had believed in him, encouraged him, helped him understand his power. Anakin stared out the wide window of the temple. Below, Coruscant continued its endless movement. Billions of lives, all depending on the war's outcome. Suddenly, footsteps approached. Anakin turned. A messenger droid stopped in front of him. "Urgent transmission," the droid said. "The Chancellor requests to see you immediately." Anakin froze. For a moment, he said nothing. Then slowly, he began walking toward the landing platforms. Because now he needed to hear the truth, directly from the man at the center of it all. Morning arrived on Coruscant, but the tension across the capital had only grown stronger. Inside the Grand Senate chamber, hundreds of voices echoed in heated debate. The accusation against the Chancellor had shaken the entire Galactic Republic. Many senators demanded answers. Others demanded punishment for those spreading the claim. Then the chamber doors opened. Chancellor Palpatine entered slowly. The room fell quiet. His expression looked calm, almost tired. The perfect image of a leader burdened by war. "My fellow senators," he began, his voice steady, "I understand your concern." He paused, letting the silence grow. "A dangerous criminal has spread a lie meant to divide us." Several senators nodded immediately. Palpatine continued. "Darth Maul is a former servant of the Sith. His goal is simple. He wishes to weaken the Republic and escape justice." Murmurs of agreement spread across the chamber. The explanation sounded reasonable, even comforting. "Do not let fear guide you," Palpatine said. "The Republic must remain united." Applause slowly filled the chamber. But far away, inside the Jedi Temple, the Council watched the speech carefully. "This is not over," said Mace Windu. "He is controlling the narrative," another Jedi warned. Beside them, Yoda closed his eyes quietly. Clouded, the truth has become. Meanwhile, a single shuttle landed on the Chancellor's private platform. From it stepped Anakin Skywalker. Moments later, he entered Palpatine's office. The Chancellor stood beside the window, looking out across the endless city. Without turning, he spoke. "I imagine Darth Maul's accusations have troubled you, my boy." Anakin said nothing. Slowly, Palpatine turned to face him. His expression was calm, but his eyes were sharp. "Tell me, Anakin," he said softly. "Do you believe him?" The room fell silent. And for the first time, Anakin truly did not know the answer. The Jedi Temple stood silent, under the night sky of Coruscant. But inside the council chamber, tension filled the room. The Jedi Masters had gathered once again. This time, the discussion was far more dangerous. "The accusation cannot be ignored," said Mace Windu, his voice calm but firm. "Too much power the Chancellor has gained," replied Yoda slowly. Around the chamber, the other Masters listened carefully. The Clone Wars had already forced the Jedi into a difficult role. They had become generals, leaders of armies, something that once would have been unthinkable. Now another impossible idea had appeared. What if the Sith had planned it all? "What evidence do we truly have?" one master asked. Windu folded his arms. Only the words of Darth Maul. That alone was not enough, but the Jedi knew something else. The Sith had survived for centuries, by hiding in plain sight, and Maul had once served a master who had never been revealed. Yoda lowered his head. "Find that master. We must." Silence followed. Everyone understood what that meant. If the Sith Lord truly sat at the top of the Galactic Republic, then the enemy controlled the entire war. Every battle, every strategy, every loss. "The investigation must remain secret," Windu said. "If the Chancellor is innocent, the Republic must never know we doubted him. But if he was not, then the Jedi might soon face their greatest enemy yet." Meanwhile, far from the temple, Anakin Skywalker still stood inside the Chancellor's office. Across from him, Palpatine watched quietly. Anakin finally spoke. "Maul said you created the war." Palpatine did not look surprised. Instead, he stepped closer. And in a calm voice, he asked a question that chilled the room. "Anakin, what if the Jedi are the ones hiding the truth?" The office of the Chancellor was quiet. Too quiet. The endless lights of Coruscant glowed outside the tall window, but inside the room, the tension was thick. Anakin Skywalker stood still, his thoughts racing. Across from him, Palpatine watched carefully. The Chancellor spoke slowly, almost gently. "The Jedi Council is afraid, Anakin." Anakin frowned. "Afraid of what?" Palpatine folded his hands behind his back. "Afraid of losing control." The words hung in the air. Anakin had felt the Council's distrust before. Their rules, their constant warnings about his emotions. Palpatine continued. "They claim to serve the Republic, yet they question its leader in secret." Anakin looked away, uneasy. Inside the Jedi Temple, the Council had already begun to watch the Chancellor more closely. Quiet investigations had started, but Anakin did not know the full details. Palpatine stepped closer. "Tell me honestly," he said. "Have the Jedi always trusted you?" Anakin hesitated. Memories returned quickly. The Council refusing to grant him the rank of Master, their constant fear of his power, their strict rules about attachment. Palpatine lowered his voice. "They fear what you could become." The room felt smaller. "They fear your strength in the Force." Anakin felt the weight of those words. For years he had tried to prove himself to the Jedi Order, to earn their respect. Yet part of him wondered if Palpatine was right, if the Council truly believed in him, or simply feared him. Far away, inside the Jedi Temple, Mace Windu gathered several masters. "The time has come," he said. "We must confront the Chancellor." Back in the office, Anakin slowly looked up. Palpatine studied him carefully. Because in this moment, the future of the galaxy depended on the choice Anakin Skywalker would make. The night over Coruscant felt heavier than usual. Inside the Jedi Temple, a small group of masters prepared for a mission that could change everything. At the center stood Mace Windu. "The time for doubt is over," he said firmly. "If the Chancellor is truly the Sith Lord, we must act now." Beside him, Yoda nodded slowly. "Dangerous this path is, but necessary." 4 Jedi Masters stepped forward. Their destination was clear: the office of Palpatine. Across the city, the Chancellor's tower stood tall, above the endless lights of Coruscant. Inside his private office, Palpatine watched the skyline calmly. Across from him stood Anakin Skywalker. The silence between them had grown heavy. Palpatine finally spoke. "The Jedi are planning something," he said quietly. Anakin's eyes narrowed. "What do you mean?" "They do not trust me," Palpatine continued. "And soon, they will come for me." Anakin felt his heart begin to race. Part of him still believed the Jedi were right to investigate, but another part remembered every moment Palpatine had supported him. Every time the Chancellor had treated him like more than just a soldier, Palpatine stepped closer. "Remember what I told you, Anakin," he said softly. "The Jedi fear your power." Suddenly, alarms sounded faintly in the building. Security reports flashed across a nearby screen. Jedi approaching the tower. Palpatine turned toward the window again. "They are here." Anakin's mind raced. The Jedi were coming to confront the Chancellor. If Maul had told the truth, they were about to face the most dangerous Sith in the galaxy. But if Maul had lied, then the Jedi were about to attack the leader of the Republic. Palpatine looked back at Anakin one final time. And outside the office doors, the footsteps of the Jedi Masters were getting closer. The doors of the Chancellor's tower opened with a heavy echo. 4 Jedi Masters stepped inside. At their head walked Mace Windu, calm but determined. Behind him followed 3 experienced Jedi Knights, their faces serious. Security guards stepped aside. No one dared stop them. Inside the private office, Palpatine stood near the window, hands folded behind his back. Across the room stood Anakin Skywalker. The door slid open. The Jedi entered. For a moment, no one spoke. The tension in the room was sharp enough to feel. Finally, Windu stepped forward. "Chancellor," he said firmly, "you are under investigation by the Jedi Council." Palpatine slowly turned to face them. His expression remained calm. "Investigation?" he asked quietly. Windu did not hesitate. "You have been accused of being the Sith Lord controlling this war." Silence filled the room. Anakin looked between them, his heart pounding. Palpatine sighed softly, as if disappointed. "I see," he said. Then his eyes shifted toward Anakin. "So, the Jedi have chosen to believe a Sith assassin over their own leader." Windu's hand moved toward his lightsaber. "The Senate will decide your fate," he said, "but you will come with us." For a moment, Palpatine said nothing. Then suddenly, he laughed. Not a nervous laugh. A dark, powerful laugh. Slowly, the Chancellor's calm expression disappeared. Something colder replaced it. "You are too late," he said quietly. Before anyone could react, a red blade exploded from Palpatine's hand. The room burst into motion. Lightsabers ignited. Anakin stepped back in shock. Because in that single moment, the truth Darth Maul had revealed had just become real.